Good afternoon. I hope this email finds you healthy and happy and warm on this very snowy Denver day. Okay? So, I'm going to do a very short mini lesson on circles. I'm going to cover the topic of radius and diameter. That way you can have some knowledge and hopefully feel confident and you can work on your assignments this week. So, let's get started. Example number 1, I drew a circle. Yours may be larger or smaller than mine. It does not matter. So, get a little creative if you want. Okay? We have a point here in the center of the circle that extends to the outside edge or the exterior of the circle. Does everybody agree that from here to here is half of the circle? I hope so, okay? If this red line was going from all the way on the left exterior edge all the way to the right of the circle, that would be the diameter. But in this case, we're going to start with the radius, okay? So radius is R-A-D-I-U-S, okay? And that's what that red line right there is called. So if a individual came up to you on the street and said, hey, middle schooler, can you tell me what the radius is in this circle? Absolutely you can. The radius is, and you might want to write this down, half, okay? It goes through half of the circle. So in this particular problem, the radius is 5 inches. So for this one, you would write radius equals 5, and then please make sure to make it accurate, and please put feet, inches, yards, whatever unit they are giving you, just so you could be mathematically correct, okay? So perfect. So we just learned that from the middle of the circle to the outside, half of the circle is called the radius. And in this problem, we did not have to do any math. They already gave it to us. We just had to have the knowledge to know that it was half. Now we're going to stir things up a little bit, okay? Let's look at problem number 2. So once again, you are going to make a circle. It can be larger or smaller than mine. So we're going to put a circle about here. All right, nice big and orange with a dot in the middle. You should all have a circle, okay? Now I'm going to take a different color and draw a line through the entire circle. So where this was halfway through the circle, this problem number 2 has a line that goes through the entire circle. If it goes through the entire circle, that is called a diameter. D-I-A-M-E-T-E-R. So radius is halfway through the circle, while diameter is actually through the entire circle. So let's say on this one, okay, let's say that it says D equals 23, shout out to Jordan, also my favorite number, feet, okay? If somebody came up to you and said, hey, lovely human, do you know what the diameter is in this problem? You could take a deep breath and smile and say, oh yes, yes I do. It is actually 23 feet because the diameter is the definition of the distance through the entire circle. Take a bow. Nice job. The diameter in this one would be 23 feet. And once again, remember to always put your units there so you can be as accurate and as mathematically correct as possible, okay? Now comes the challenging part. We're gonna switch things up here a little bit. So I'm gonna erase this. What I just taught you is what you will need for the second part of this lesson, but you cannot move forward to the second half unless you do the first half. That's kind of like trying to bake a cake without the ingredients, and then after it's baked, getting the ingredients. We don't do things that way, okay? So let's get ready. I'm going to make up a new circle, okay? So this is technically example number 3. And now we're going to switch things up a little bit. So watch this. I've got myself a nice, big, ginormous, pretty good circle for freehand. Now, I am going to put this here with a line, and I'm going to say that it is 7 centimeters. Okay? This is why this is the cool part, because now I can ask you more than one question, and you bet your bottom dollar you have the knowledge to understand. If I was to ask you part A to my $1 million question, what is the radius? You need to know if the radius was half or full. And congratulations to those of you who are saying half, you are right. The radius is half of the circle, half of the distance through a circle. So in this particular case, our radius is going to be 7 centimeters. If you are out there saying this is a joke and this is easy, I'm very happy that you think it is easy. Now for question numero dos, okay? Or I should say B. Question B. I can ask you, what is the diameter of this circle? Some of you out there are saying this lady is absolutely cuckoo bananas, because there is none. That is where you are wrong, my good friend, and it's okay to be wrong because that's when we learn, all right? So, don't drop your marker like I did. Take a deep breath, have a nice smile, and watch me here. If you know that half of the circle, or the radius of half the circle, is 7 centimeters, what do we already know about diameter? Well, the only thing that this crazy lady taught me was that diameter goes through the entire circle. This crazy lady's right, because watch this. If half is 7, how much would another half be? It has to be equivalent if it's exactly half, okay? So if that is 7 meters, then this red side has to also be centimeters. So now when you're looking for the diameter, or the entire distance from one side of the circle through to the other, you would add or multiply by 2. So if your brain likes addition, go right ahead and do 7 plus 7 to get 14 centimeters for the total diameter. If you don't like addition and you prefer multiplication, more power to you. You would do 7 times 2 because there are 2 halves to make a whole. Okay? So either way, if you do 7 plus 7, you get 14 centimeters. And if you do 7 times 2, you get 14 centimeters. So congratulations, okay? You now know what a radius is, what a diameter is, and how to calculate them. Have a great day!